Hot Shots looks at a movie. Lions for Lambs is either a good film or a bad film, depending on your politics, because it's strong on message but weak on filmmaking technique. On the one hand, many people will want to see it just because of its star power, which includes Meryl Streep, Robert Redford, and Tom Cruise. On the other hand, many people will be turned off by its message, which is a criticism of the country's current warmongering foreign policy, a medium that has abandoned its fourth estate investigative reporting tradition, and an apathetic youthful generation whose only interests are the opposite sex, partying, and more partying. The story rotates among three locations, Washington, D.C., Afghanistan, and a university in Southern California, and the title comes from a quote by a World War I German commander about the bravery of English soldiers. "Nowhere else have I seen such lions led by such lambs." The lambs, of course, refers to politicians who send men off to war when the politicians themselves have never experienced war or even military service. Cruise plays one such politician, Senator Jasper Irving, although the film makes clear that he was first in his class at West Point and spent 6 years in military intelligence, but doesn't mention any actual wartime experience he might have. Streep plays Janine Roth, a TV journalist whom the senator has summoned to his office for an exclusive interview, in which he tells her about a new plan in Afghanistan which will result in actual victory as his honest effort to keep the press better informed. Meanwhile, in Afghanistan, we follow the fate of 2 American soldiers who are part of that new plan, which is nothing more than a nighttime attack to capture the high ground in rugged terrain. And Redford plays Stephen Malley, a political science professor who's called a promising student into his office to try to encourage him to work harder. Malley has been teaching for 30 years, and he hates to see a gifted student not work up to his potential. Vietnam is mentioned more than once, and the film is effective but heavy-handed propaganda to encourage the audience to do more than be lambs with the government, the news media, and academic institutions. Lions for Lambs is an effective attempt to get us to question authority and to think. I'm Dan Culberson, and this is Hot Shots.